Hey, what's up everybody? Today I'm going to try to take this Marshall MG 15CDR, looks like it's got an 8-inch speaker in it. We're going to see if we can turn it into something a little bit better. Right now the gain, it's got way too much. Like for my style, I have it on so it's barely getting signal through on the overdrive, and it sounds like where I would want it cranked up all the way. So we're going to take it apart, see what it's got inside, and see what we can do to make it fit what I would rather have it sound like. So before I get started, I got to admit, this Marshall has got some high standards it's being compared to. Like this guy. It's a Marshall JMP 50 watt 212 combo. All tube. This thing sounds awesome. Like, when I think Marshall sound, this is immediately what comes to mind. Alright, so we've got this thing back together. I already did some work. I didn't show my work. Math teachers everywhere would be ashamed of me. Had to take all the knobs off and get all that out. This is kind of cool. Check it out, it's got an actual spring reverb inside of that small of a space. Pretty cool. Anyway, desoldered this resistor here, and basically I didn't double, but it came close to almost doubling the value of this resistor. And then where these two guys are, these are blue LEDs. There was a green one and a red one. So basically what we did is we changed the forward voltage. So kind of like in a tube amp, if you want to drop the gain of a 12AX7, you can replace the 12AX7 tube with a 12AT7, 12AY7, something like that, and we'll drop its gain by like 30%-ish or something like that. There's a table somewhere on, I think it's like tubestore.com or one of those places where they show how much it approximately will drop the gain factor. So this is, I would equate this to the solid state version of that. By changing these out, you could change them to different diodes altogether, and you're going to change the forward voltage, so where your signal is going to clip. So this is the standard on which we're going to be judging against. Let's see how this thing sounds. So to kind of explain what I've done here, we're running this just as a head. I have the speaker output is going to a 1/4-inch jack that's wired up. So we're actually going to use these speakers. These sound great. The 8-inch speaker that's in the Marshall's combo cabinet doesn't stand a chance. But let's see how close this gets, at least using the same speakers. Now the gain at a much lower volume, it's almost like a pushed clean sound now. Just barely breaks up. So now I actually start to overdrive at kind of the 11 o'clock position. If I crank it up, it still gets that fizzy, noisy, hummy kind of. Something that's really cool. Let's tilt this up. See if I can do the balancing act here. The LEDs, they light up. Gotta hold this thing one-handed. Pretty neat. So all in all, I'm pretty pleased. I'll probably still keep it in this as a combo. Make a great little practice amp still. Now that the gain is a little less, but a lot more usable for my taste. I might wire up a switchable jack so that way I can keep it as a combo, but flip of a switch I can plug it into a larger cabinet, because I definitely love the way that it sounded through the two 12s. 12s and guitar, they just go together. Maybe even a 10-inch speaker over the 8, or maybe there's even a better 8-inch speaker. Kind of like improving a car. One of the best things you can do is replace the tires. Well, with guitar amps, it's the speaker. If your guitar tone is suffering, it's your strings or your speaker. That's the places I would first start. Yeah, are there better pickups out there? Sure. But if your tone was once great and it seems lifeless, check your strings, check your speaker. Even just trying a different speaker, even with a small amp. This is a little solid state 15-watt amp, and through a 12-inch speaker sounds pretty decent. Feel wise, it's definitely different. I would say the tube amp obviously like responds, feels better. I'd prefer it, but in a pinch, or for quieter practicing, or even for some decent sounding recordings on a budget, this little guy into a 12-inch speaker I think would sound pretty good. So maybe I'd make a neat little recording rig using this as a head into a 112 ISO box or something. That way, the low 15 watts, it's not overly loud. A lot of times the ISO box thing, they end up sounding so boxy because you're pushing 50 or 100 watts into them, and they actually kind of sound, well, boxy. I think the lower wattage with a lower wattage speaker might be a better solution. So yeah, so that's it for this time. Thanks for watching if you watched all of this far through, and hopefully these videos are helpful, and I'm getting better at them. I hope, trying to resolve some sound things as I'm learning, hopefully continually learning from my mistakes, and make these a little bit better with each one. So alright, take it easy.